All right. Hello, YouTube. Today I'm gonna do a quick, pretty nonchalant video here, just going over kind of what reception is gonna be like. I'll cover a little bit through basic, um, just like the first few weeks. Excuse me. It's gonna be pretty uncut. I'm not gonna edit any of this out, so it's gonna be raw. My name's Private Cox. I am in the Kentucky National Guard. I am right now, I'm a 12 Bravo going through OSIT at Fort Leonardwood, Missouri. So I am on a holiday block leave at the moment. And when I came home for holiday block leave, we had just finished our first week in white phase. So we're pretty fresh still don't know a lot. I've got, I believe, 11 more weeks of OSIT to go when I return. But I wanted to make a quick little video while I was home, mostly covering reception. So the video is going to be titled Reception, but I'm also going to talk a little bit about basic as well, what you can expect. The reason I want to make this video is because when I went to reception, there wasn't a lot of info. There just doesn't seem to be a lot of info on the internet or on YouTube of what basic training or reception is going to be like. A lot of people will say stuff that you already know. You're going to go through a red phase and a white phase, and in white phase you're going to do rifle marksmanship, and then you're going to have a blue phase, and you're going to graduate. And it's kind of like, okay, I know all this stuff. So why don't you talk about some of the nitty gritty, if you will, of basic. So we're going to start with reception. I've got just a couple of notebooks here that I took with me. Actually, I take it back. I bought both of these at the PX in reception, and we'll cover what that is and when you get to go there and what you can buy there at reception. And I want to emphasize that I went to Fort Leonardwood, Missouri, so I went to the 43rd Reception Battalion there. So my experience may differ from yours a little bit, but I would almost guarantee most of them are going to be a lot or very similar, I should say. So we're just going to jump right into it. And if I don't cover anything that you're itching to know, just please ask me in the comments or send me a message or whatever, and I'll answer it for sure. I got a couple more days left on holiday block leave, so I'll post this video today. Today is the 1st. Happy New Year. And I will be here until the 5th. So I've got a few more days to cover or to answer any questions or whatnot. All right, so we're going to jump right into it. Let me get a sip of coffee. Like I said, totally unedited here. I'm just going to post this entire thing onto YouTube. So bear with me. All right, so here's what's going to happen. You're going to go to your local, I don't even know what this guy's position is. He's some guy. He's not your recruiter, but he sets up all the plane tickets. You're going to text him when you arrive, when you get on the airplane, so on and so forth, right? So he's going to give you a little packet. It's going to have like your boarding information and just some random information that's for the reception battalion. I didn't even open it. I don't know what was in it. So you're going to go to him. You're going to get your plane ticket. He's going to tell you all about your day, basically, which is going to be a really long, miserable day. I want to emphasize reception is going to be the worst part of basic training, and it's not a joke. It's really going to suck. You're going to be more down emotionally and mentally than you will at basic. At basic, you're going to be having fun, sort of. You're going to be busy. You're going to be making friends. You're going to be experiencing something new all the time. Reception is going to fucking suck. Excuse my language. So just prepare for that mentally. I wasn't mentally prepared for how horrible of an experience that was going to be, but it will end. As long as everything goes good, and I'll get into this later, as long as everything goes good, you're healthy, you've got all your stuff done in time, you will ship out, and it will be a good experience at least from there on out, because reception is just absolutely miserable. Okay, so you're gonna get this paperwork. He's gonna tell you like your plane leaves at 10:45. Okay, you're gonna go. Now I went when the government was shut down, so all my shit got delayed. So you go. You're gonna get your plane tickets. You're gonna say goodbye to your family. If you live close to this guy's office, you can go back home until your plane leaves and hang out, eat lunch, whatever. I had to leave basically immediately, so I went to his office, came home, shaved, made sure I had all my shit, and left. And I'll tell you what you should bring as well. Um, so we'll jump into that real quick since we're already kind of here. What you should bring is basically nothing. Bring a backpack, not a duffel bag, not a suitcase. Bring a backpack. In that backpack, you want one pair of underwear, one change, one pair of socks, and that's it basically. You're gonna wear jeans with a belt, a t-shirt, and I wore a hoodie. You can wear a sweater or whatever, but I wore a hoodie. So the reason you're gonna bring one pair of underwear and one pair of socks, and that's it, is because you are gonna probably have to change into that underwear or into those socks at reception, and I'll get into that a little bit too. But bring one pair of underwear, one pair of socks. You're gonna have a really long day the next day. You're probably not gonna shower or whatever, and your feet are gonna stink. It helps to change socks and underwear. So that's basically all you want to bring. You want to bring a phone charger. You want to bring your either AirPods or your if you have plug-in headphones, I recommend bringing some of those as well as your AirPods. I would bring 2 portable chargers, fully charged, or if you get a big fucking block, just bring the big block. But I brought 2 little ones. Bring a phone charger, like I said. I would bring copies, not the original document, but copies of all your paperwork. Everything that you submitted to the recruiter, bring a copy of it with you. Your birth certificate, your social security card, bring the original. Just shove it in your wallet. You're gonna bring, if you're married like I am, you're gonna bring your wife's information, her passport, my wife's from out of country, so you're gonna bring her citizenship, her passport, her ID, whatever information she needs. If you're getting BAH because you're not married, you're gonna want to bring your lease. Make sure it's a legit lease. Don't try to finick the system. They won't play with that. They'll just deny it. So bring a legit lease. If you're married, bring your marriage license. All the information you need. Your birth certificate. Any serious medical records that you may have that you are finicky about, that at MEPS it got brought up and it was kind of a question mark. Bring that shit. Just bring everything in a folder and shove it in your backpack. That way, when you go to the 43rd, if something happens, you have those documents on file. You don't have to grab your phone. You don't have to do this middleman shit and waste time. Have it all ready to go. Primarily, make sure your recruiter has submitted all that. Triple check. Don't be afraid to bug the shit out of him or her. Okay, so that's what you should bring. Wear tennis shoes that you plan on running in. They're going to issue you tennis shoes at Fort Leonardwood, or at reception. They suck. To be frank with you, they suck. So bring running shoes and wear them there. That way, you're going to take them off. They're going to make you wear the running shoes that they issue you. But you will have a chance to get them at a later date and wear them during PT. So bring those running shoes on your body with you. Keep that bag light. You'll appreciate that later by keeping it light. Okay, so let's talk about the day. So I wrote a big memo, if you will, about how my day went. I'm just gonna kind of skim through. I'm not gonna bore you with my experience. So basically, 10:40s when I got on my plane. We had a lot of holdovers or whatever you want to call it. So I didn't get to St. Louis until probably around 11, 10 o'clock. No, it had to be earlier. It was probably like 9 o'clock or so. So when I got there, I was really tired. They have food there. You check in, you put your bag up. They have food, snacks, movies, Xboxes, other people to talk to if you choose to. I didn't talk to anyone. I just went straight to the movie room and I laid down and played on my phone for a little bit before I took a nap. So yeah. So they told us when we got there, your bus is going to be here at 11 o'clock. And this is by design. They want you to be up all night, I guess. I don't know. So, I ate some chips, Pop-Tart, random stuff that they had there, sandwich, drank some water. And I went straight for a nap when I got there. So I fell asleep and I got woke up to, I heard yelling in the background. Not yelling, but, the loudest noise I've heard since I've been at the USO. So I got up immediately and I saw everyone starting to gather up and get in a line. So I formed up with them. We get in this line. We go outside for a formation right outside the USO. They start calling off our names, having us go utilize the latrine. And then we formed up and got on our bus. They told us this is going to be about a 2-hour bus ride. It's probably going to be the last sleep you're going to get for a little while. So just go to sleep on the bus, which I did. So, um, so yeah, we probably arrived at the 43rd, the reception battalion, at around 2 a.m. If I had to guess, it's all kind of a blur. You're gonna be kind of dazed and out of it when you get there. So you get there. Um, the way they did us is they had us form up outside. It was really freaking cold. Um, and then you go inside. You sit down on these benches, and you will learn to fucking hate these benches. They're just benches with no back on them. You're gonna be sitting there, really tired, really confused. They're gonna give you a final phone call. You're gonna call or text your spouse, your mother, your sister, your father, whoever, and just tell them, "Hey, I'm here. I'll talk to you in a little while." Don't know how long it's gonna be. I arrived on a Monday. I got fucked. It was Veterans Day on that Tuesday. Okay, so it was November 11th. Technically, the day I arrived, it was 2 a.m. on November 11th, which means it's a holiday, so everything's shut down. So there's no dental exams, there's no blood, there's no vaccinations. None of that stuff's operating that day. So it ended up being a wasted day. So I couldn't leave until the next Wednesday because the OSIT guys leave every Wednesday at the 43rd. If you're a 12 Bravo or a 12 Charlie, this is going to be your exact experience. You're going to experience the exact same thing I went through. Um, Everyone else, the regular basic people, I think they left on a Monday, if I'm not mistaken, and then we left on that Wednesday. So we got there, and they had a little snack for us, juice box, whatever, granola bar, some nuts or almonds or whatever it was, I don't know. And we watched some videos. The videos are what you expect. They're like a fucking reception battalion. They're gonna be like, here's what you're gonna be doing the next 5 to 7 days, and blah 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 blah. Okay, so then they had us line up, and we go and get our PT uniforms. We get our PT uniforms, um, black socks. You get your Gore-Tex, and you get your laundry bags. Okay, so that's what you're gonna get the very first day at the initial issuing facility there at Fort Leonardwood. There's going to be two issuing facilities at Fort Leonard, at the reception battalion. Excuse me. There's going to be two issuing facilities there. Then you're going to go to another issuing facility, and when you get to basic, they're going to give you tons of shit. Okay, and then from what I hear, you're going to have one when you get to your unit as well. So you're going to get tons of gear here. It's important not to write on your gear at first. Once you figure out what you can and can't write on, then you can put your name on it, on the tag. So from my understanding, anything that touches your skin, you're going to keep for sure. Everything else, I don't know. I'm not graduated yet, so I'm not sure. But your camelback, don't write on that. They're going to take it back, I'm assuming, after basic, but they're going to charge you for it. I don't know. I wouldn't write on it. I didn't write on mine. At basic, they're going to make you put a tag on it, so it's going to be labeled with your name anyways. So the reception battalion, I didn't finish this memo that I wrote, so I don't have a lot of information on deck. So I'm just gonna kind of spitball it here. Basically, the first day you're gonna be up till first formation that day. So you're gonna get there at 2 or whatever, and you're gonna be up getting this gear. You're gonna learn how to tie up your laundry bag so it fits like a backpack. You're gonna put all that in there. You're gonna change it to your PTs. Which, if you don't know what PTs are, they're your PRT outfit, your workout outfit when you're actually doing workouts, not the training of the day, which are your OCPs, your actual military uniform, your ACU, your Army combat uniform. Okay, so your PTs are the thing that says Army on it. It's yellow. It's gonna have like the jacket, the T-shirt, the long sleeve shirt. You're gonna get multiple pairs of the T-shirts, multiple pairs of the shorts, and multiple socks. They're black socks. They're going to give you the black tennis shoes, but you don't get the black tennis shoes at the initial issuing facility. You'll get that later. So you're going to put on the PT uniforms. Then as we were going to breakfast chow, the people who had already been there were coming in. So they had just woken up for first formation, and they were coming in. So we go to breakfast chow. I will say the chow at reception is more laid back and you get more food at the reception time. It may not be quite as good, but it is more food. You get the Rice Krispie treats, you get the muffins, whatever you want. It's pretty laid back. You can kind of chat at a quiet level when you're eating, assuming that there's no drill sergeant staring at you. Most of the drill sergeants, from my experience, were pretty laid back at reception. There was one who was pretty high speed, but he can't put his hands on you, can't make you work out, so it's just yelling at the end of the day. As long as you're not a fucking idiot or you're being obnoxious, you're going to be fine throughout your entire experience at basic. I, knock on wood, I've still got quite a bit of time left, but I haven't been bitched at very much. Maybe calling at ease when someone walks in, there's already a drill sergeant or whatever. But so you're gonna eat your chow that first day, and like I said, I was there on Veterans Day, so we did nothing the entire day. We watched a movie in the auditorium, very poor quality. You're exhausted, you're uncomfortable, you're nervous, you're a little anxious, you're scared, you're sad. Kind of get all those emotions that first day. It's pretty rough. And my wife, I'm there at 2 a.m., so my wife didn't answer the phone. So I just shot a text to my family. And that was kind of the last time I got to talk to him. So it was pretty sad. I didn't really get to give him a proper goodbye. So it sucked. But you'll get over that. You'll have that week or however long you're there, and it'll suck really bad. You're going to probably cry. And then after that, it gets better from there. It really does. I actually am a little excited to go back to basic training and be with all my boys. And it's kind of fun, So that first day we didn't do shit. Sat around all day. It was miserable. Absolutely miserable. A waste of a day. The next day you're going to go and get your blood drawn because it takes 3 days for that blood information to come back to get your vaccines. So one of the first things you're going to do is get your blood drawn. I believe they take like 5 vials of blood. So if you're a little wheezy when it comes to needles and drawing blood, just fucking get ready for that. You're going to have to like look away or whatever. Just be strong. You're in the military now. You'll go, you get your blood drawn. You'll go to get your CAC card. If you already have one, they're going to make you take another picture and print you a new one. So it's fine if you have one, but you're going to get a new one. Where you're going to have like they're going to give you a t-shirt that's the OCPs. It's just like a cutoff, and you're going to wear that, take a picture. So you'll get that done. Let me emphasize something. You're going to be sitting on these benches for hours at a time reading your blue book. If you don't know what a blue book is a handbook. They give you 2 handbooks. It's going to be your blue book, which is going to have your customs courtesies, your rank structure, your army song, your soldier's creed, all that kind of shit is going to be in your blue book. It's actually very informative. You've got a couple pages for memos if you want to write notes, talk about your experience. Mine were quite depressing. I'm not going to lie to you. I was in a bad place, and a lot of folks were, because you just fucking have all day to sit there and think and be miserable and miss your family. You can write letters after you go to the PX to get letters or envelopes and stamps and notebooks and shit. You can bring a notebook with you if you want. You can bring stamps if you want. I didn't. They're going to give you your Eagle Cash card that first couple days you're there. It's going to have, I believe, for the males, you're going to have about $350. For the females, you're going to have like double that. Just because females got to buy a lot more feminine products than males do. Obviously, you're not buying feminine products, but products in general. So the first couple of days, you're going to get your blood drawn, your CAT card. You're going to go to the DEER's office. You're going to kind of do all this when they call you. And when they're not calling you, you're just going to be sitting there reading these books. I do recommend reading as much as you can information. Eventually, you're going to get bored, and you're not. No matter, like, it's going to destroy your brain just sitting there all day long and reading. Try to make friends. Try to be cool with people. At the 43rd in Leonardwood, the reception battalion, the barracks fucking blow. They're nasty. They didn't have AC working, so it was like 70 degrees the week we were there. It like shot up in temperature, and we were sweating all night. We didn't even sleep under our blankets the entire time there. None of the dryers or washers worked. Well, let me take it back. None of the washers worked, only the dryers. So we didn't wash our clothes. The showers, they are the like square with all the shower heads on the wall. And that's what you're going to experience there. So if you're shy to be naked in front of guys, get over it. You're going to deal with that all through basic. You're going to be naked in front of guys. At basic, I will go ahead and tell you, you have curtains, so you're not going to be washing in front of guys, but you're still going to be walking around naked. So just get over it. It is what it is. You're in the military. Yeah, the barracks suck there. Prepare for that. The wall locker, you get one wall locker. Kind of just shove your shit in there. You really don't know what to do. Try to be organized anywhere you go. Just it'll help you. I will say, you probably wake up 0400 or so every day in reception. Basic, you get to sleep more. You go to bed probably like, well, you go to the barracks maybe after dinner chow, but you don't go to bed till 2100 or so. They're going to come in there. They're going to line you up. You're going to do personnel count. They're going to give you a little talk about what to wear the next day. Maybe give you some speech about whatever. I don't know. And then you're going to go to bed. The barracks there are more chill. You can kind of do whatever you want. You're still going to do fire guard, and you're going to do a CQ watch, which you don't do in basic. So you'll kind of learn what fire guard is. There will probably be some guy who's held over there, and I'll get into being held over later because you don't want to be held over. There's probably going to be a guy who's held over there who's been there for 5 weeks, 6 weeks, 7. We had a girl that was there for like 6 months, a female. So that guy or female is going to be your bay boss. They'll kind of give you the rundown. Hopefully they're cool and you can kind of talk to them and ask them questions and whatnot. But they're going to be your bay boss. They're going to give you your fire guard sheet, your CQ sheet. They're going to kind of take care of you guys, show you the ropes. Try to make friends. I emphasize this. Try to make friends. Be an extrovert. Don't be a dickhead. Make friends with these guys. You're going to be with them all for a while, especially if you're doing OSIT. Okay, so maybe day 4 or so, you're going to go get your shots, your vaccines. They're just going to line you up. You're going to get poked in the arm as many times as you need. I think I got like 9 vaccinations, and you're just going to get poked in the arm as you go through the line. They're going to scan this little wristband they give you. You're just going to get poked. It's not too bad. Yeah, so apart from there's really not much going on at basic or at reception. You're just going to be sitting around a lot. You're going to eat 3 meals a day. They're going to be good meals. Try to make friends. You're going to be going to the bathroom a lot because that's the only way that you can kind of get up and walk around and talk. You're going to be standing in lines a lot. I was lucky because I got there a day before pretty much everyone else, me and like 15 other guys. We kind of got all of our shit done before everyone else arrived. So I was there I left my house on a Monday, and I didn't ship to basic until the next Wednesday. So it was a really long week. In reception, you will get a 30-minute phone call. That's it, 30 minutes. Utilize that time wisely. I have a group chat with my whole family. I just FaceTimed them. Cried. Excuse me, I cried like a baby. Because I was very depressed there. It sucked. It really, really sucks. But that phone call that you get ought to motivate you once you see that everyone at home is just fine. Your wife is doing good. She hasn't burned the house down. Your kids are doing good. They're going to school. They're doing good. Your dad's okay. Your mom's still alive. Your grandmother's fine. That should motivate you a little bit to help you get through another week or so or whatever you got to go through. You're just there doing business, man. It's 10 weeks plus AIT or OSIT. AIT / any AIT portion ought to be a little bit more relaxed. You already know the ropes. The drill's starting to pull off of you a lot. You may get more phone time. Just get through the 10 weeks. There's people, and you'll see this, there's people that go through this shit that are fucking losers, and you're not a loser. So if this loser can get through it, you can get through it. It's fine. Trust me, you're gonna be fine. You're gonna have fun when you get to basic. As long as you're not a fucking loser, you're gonna have fun. You're gonna make friends. You're gonna bond with these people. I love my platoon. Love my platoon so much. And I can't wait to go back to them. It's fucking weird. I'm sitting here in my house with my wife and my dogs, but I can't wait to get back in the shit with them. It's awesome. It's weird. Um, so anyway, so reception is gonna really suck. I want to emphasize this. Mentally prepare yourself for how bad that's gonna suck, but just make the best of it. Um, you're going to get all this different stuff done, paperwork, your BAH paperwork, your I can't even remember the name of it. There's some department, it's basically finance department. They're going to tell you how much you're going to get paid, blah, blah, blah. Your BAH, blah, blah, blah. You're going to go to the Deer's office. That's why I said bring all your paperwork with you, because if they don't have it on file, your recruiter fucked up or whatever, you're going to want to fix that when you're there. And you're going to want to do it the day of. You don't want to have to make a phone call and come back the next day or whatever. That's how you get held over. You don't want to be held over. Make sure if there's anything medically wrong with you that you think MEPS missed, they're going to give you this like moment of truth thing. Don't fucking tell them anything. If MEPS missed it and you're pretty confident that there's nothing seriously wrong that's going to stop you from training or going to come up in the middle of training, don't mention it. You don't want to be held over. If you're overweight, lose the fucking weight before you ship off. Trust me. You don't want to be held over for any reason. If you're in the National Guard, they're going to try to get you in and out a lot quicker than if you're active duty. If you're active duty, they don't give a fuck how long you sit there. Like I said, there was a female that was there for literally like 6 months. I couldn't imagine. I'd go insane. Now, when you become a holdover, you do get a bit more leeway. You don't hang out with everyone. You kind of doing your own thing. But it sucks. You don't want to do that. You want to get through. The fastest way through basic training is through basic training. So get in and get out as fast as you can. Do the right thing. Make sure you're ready to go. Be over-prepared, paperwork-wise, for reception. Have everything you need with you. You're going to go get a dental exam. They're going to scan your teeth with an x-ray, your whole jaw. They're going to maybe tell you, like, hey, you got to get a tooth pulled or whatever later down the road while you're in basic, okay? And I'm going to touch on this later. What else? You're going to get a hearing exam. Don't fail the fucking hearing exam. Close your eyes. They're going to put these headphones on you. You've done a hearing exam. You already went through MEPS. Close your eyes. Focus on that fucking hearing exam. Don't fail that, okay? They're going to issue you Ear Pro. If your ears are too small, you're going to be held over. So if hopefully you've got normal ears. I don't know. I know a guy. He's in basic now. He did get through. But he was held over for 2 or so weeks because he had tiny ears, and the Ear Pro that they issue you wouldn't fit in his ears. It is a bit MOS dependent because combat engineers have to wear Ear Pro and headphones when they're in AIT. As far as I know. I don't know. I'm not in AIT yet. So maybe different MOSs, different kind of rules to that. But just don't get held over, guys. Like, seriously focus and think to yourself and go over this. If you still have time before you ship, use this video. Ask me any questions. I'm going to miss something. Don't get held over. Be prepared entirely. Wear your fucking running shoes with you. Don't wear boots. Don't wear fucking flip-flops or slides because you want to be comfortable on the plane. Wear your running shoes to AIT with you. Or, excuse me, to reception. Okay? Wear them. Don't bring a fucking suitcase. Bring a backpack. That backpack is going to have to go in a duffel bag later, and it's going to have to fit. You will throw away your suitcase if you bring a suitcase. You will throw it away. What else? Bring phone chargers. Don't bring a bunch of like beauty products. You're going to have an opportunity within the first few days to buy this all at the PX. And yeah, I don't want to spend any money. Financially prepare yourself. Work overtime. Save up money. Don't fucking go out to eat for a month. Whatever you got to do. Have money in your bank account. Enough money that you don't even have to worry. Okay? I'm blessed on this earth with a wife and myself who have good jobs. We make money. And I didn't have to even think. She has access to my bank account. Make sure someone has access to your bank account. Okay? Make sure someone that you trust has access to your bank account so that when you call them on that Sunday that you get your phone and you don't have a lot of time or internet connectivity or whatever, or your app's got to update. My app had to update and it didn't fucking update. So I just had to ask my wife, like, am I getting paid? You want to make sure you have access to your bank account, okay? Someone does it. I mean, now let's track back. Running shoes on your body. Very minimal packing in your backpack, not a suitcase, not a duffel bag, a backpack. Mentally prepare yourself for extreme boredom. Make sure someone has access to your bank account and or no, just and have money in your bank account. Work an overtime shift, start door dashing, Ubering, whatever you got to do. Have money in your bank account because you will run out of money on your Eagle Cash card, which is basically just an advance of your paycheck. They take it out of your paycheck. So have money in your bank account. You're going to have to buy shit. I spent my whole Eagle Cash card money the first week of basic. I went, and that's fine because you want to have shit with you. You want to be able to buy Tylenol. You want to be able to buy cough drops. You want to be able to buy paper and envelopes and stamps and body wash and mouthwash and another toothbrush and all this shit. So have money in your bank account so you don't have to worry about it. You want to alleviate the worries that you're going to have at home and focus on the task in front of you. It'll help you immensely. I saw guys struggle with this, and I'm blessed that I didn't have to. So I'm trying to bless you with this information as well, because I never heard anyone say this, but I'm just a fucking OCD kind of over-prepared guy anyways. So be prepared, okay? One more thing before we're finished with reception. That blue book, you're going to get a blue book, and you're going to get this book that's Warrior Skills Level 1. It's going to be basically sight picture for your firearm, your hand signals, different hand signals for fire teams and whatnot, different fire team formations, different stuff like that. It's actually really useful. If you get tired of reading your blue book, you can read that, and it's actually pretty cool. It's going to have combatives information in there as well, which I'll touch on some combatives in a minute as well. So in that blue book, they're going to have your Army song, your Soldier's Creed, and your General Orders, and some other information. Your Army song, you need to know. Your Soldier's Creed, you need to know. Your General Orders, you need to know. Your rank structure, you need to know. And you're going to have time to figure out the rank structure a little bit. They'll touch on that in basic. But those other three, you want to know before you even get deep into reception, because there was a moment where I was talking and they made me stand up and recite the Soldier's Creed in front of the entire company. So know the Soldier's Creed. It'll help you. You'll stand out for a good reason. You won't stand out for a bad reason. Okay, so the day you leave for reception, and if I miss anything, feel free to ask. I'm sure I missed some stuff, but when you're leaving for reception, you're going to wake up about an hour earlier than you normally would. You're going to get all your gear. You're going to put it in 2 duffel bags. You're going to get a green duffel bag. Oh, I forgot about the issuing facility. You're going to go to a second issuing facility. That's where you're going to get your uniform, your boots. Make sure your boots fit. They're going to suck no matter what. Make sure they fit sort of comfortable. You'll have an opportunity to buy new boots later on. Make sure they fit sort of comfortable. Your uniform, they're going to just kind of throw you a uniform and have you try it on. If you really don't like it, none of my shit fits, but when you get done with basic, you can go get it tailored anyways. So just do that. Or if you're really particular, just tell them it doesn't fit. They're not meant to be fashionable. They're going to be a little bit baggy on you perhaps, but they're going to issue, your t-shirts, your socks, your uniforms, your boots, your tennis shoes, yada, 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 your patches. And they'll teach you how to put all that shit on. Remember that. Don't be ate the fuck up. Wear your patches correctly. Wear your uniform correctly. You're going to get a winter and a summer uniform. They're not actually winter and summer. One's a normal uniform, and then one is a summer uniform. Okay, so your winter is your normal uniform, like your normal weather uniform. It doesn't actually, it's not going to insulate you from extreme temperatures. So, yeah, don't mix and match those. If you're going to wear your winter top, wear your winter pants. If you're going to wear your summer top, wear your summer pants. At reception, they only let us wear the winters. I don't know why. So, yeah. So don't be ate the fuck up. Make sure your uniform looks good at all times. That's pretty important. Even if you're going to be late the first formation, that's fine. Look good. Be right place, right time, right uniform, right? It actually should be right uniform, right place, right time. You're right. Even if you're a couple minutes late to formation, don't show up to formation with a fucked up uniform. Now you're really fucked. If you're going to be late, make sure that uniform is squared away. Okay, so before we get into basic, the day you leave, you're going to wake up early as fuck. You're going to get your duffel bags out. You're going to sit them up in this certain order. I believe it's alphabetical order, under a pavilion. You're going to pretty much your whole day is going to be kind of prepared around shipping off to basic. They're going to give you like this weird like talk about like what to say when you're shipping off, yada yada yada. You know, how to stand, pull out your dog tags, your cat card, your ID, that kind of stuff. You'll figure it out. It's easy. They're gonna do a thing, or at least they did for me, where they had the reception battalion commander come out and say like, what can we improve? Give him feedback and be honest with the feedback and be brutal, because there's a lot of shit that sucks there, and we had guys in our company be very honest and brutal when it came to it. So yeah, and then you'll ship to basic, and we'll move into basic right now. Last but not least, don't say shit like the F slur or racist stuff or the N word or anything like that. You'll get kicked out. Don't touch people at all. Don't undress female or male trainees with your eyes. Be professional. Don't fuck around. Don't get kicked out. Don't get in trouble. Okay? Don't. They take that shit really serious. Okay, so let's go to basic. So at Fort Leonardwood, Missouri, my company, the way it worked for us, I'm just going to go through red phase real quick. I'm not going to go through anything else because we're running out of time, and I haven't been through anything else. So the way it worked for us was you're going to ride this bus, this cattle bus, to the company that you're training at. You're going to get off the bus. You're going to have your black or your green duffel bag is going to be in your hands. Your black duffel bag, and I'll explain the difference in a minute, is going to be in a truck. Your green duffel bag you're going to have in your hands like this. You're going to have to put your face in it while you're riding the bus. When you get there, they're going to say, all right, get the fuck off my bus, blah, 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 blah. You're going to run to wherever your company formation is, from wherever they drop you off. So for me, it was probably about 100 meters or so. I don't know. We ran there. I ran the whole way. There were some guys that were walking immediately. That's the shark attack. They're looking for weak motherfuckers who are going to walk, cut corners, be pussies, and they're going to come after you, okay? So I ran the whole way. Not a drill sergeant came up to me. I got in the formation, hold my duffel bag. They're yelling. They're playing gunshots over a loudspeaker. They're playing grenades over a loudspeaker. They're yelling. Every drill sergeant in the whole company's out there yelling, hooting, and hollering. It's a little scary, but it's kind of fun at the same time. They're not going to kill you. So you get there, they're going to go crazy at you. For us, what they did was they just walked by and put a patch on our shoulder to identify what formation we were going to go to, what platoon we were going to go to. So for us, or for me, they put a black patch when I was in 3rd platoon. So they said, all right, trainees, look at your shoulder. If you've got a black patch, you go over here. If you got a white patch, you're going to go over here and form up, move, and so on. You form up. They do this little like ceremonial talk where they're introducing all their drill sergeants to you. You're going to forget their names because you're going to be distracted. You'll learn their names later. Then what they had us do was take both of our bags and dump them. Okay, and I'm going to give you a pro tip here. They dump all your bags out. They're just doing inventory. So they're going to go hold up 7 pairs of green socks. You're going to hold up 7 pairs. And you're going to be shuffling through shit because you just dumped it out. Here's a pro tip. When you're at the reception battalion PX, buy Ziploc bags. Put your underwear, your t-shirts, your socks, whatever you can fit in these Ziploc bags, and then write on there, black socks, green socks. Do that because when it and learn how to ranger roll your shit in reception. Get with your buddies, figure it out, ranger roll your shit, have it nice and neat. Because when you go to dump these bags, folks were scrambling around looking for their shit. Okay? That makes you stand out. All my shit, like I said, I'm an OCD motherfucker. All my shit was in Ziploc bags, ranger rolled. Okay? So I was able to hold up 7 pairs of underwear. Ziploc bag full of underwear. Hold up your winter top. Hold it up. Like everything was nice and neat. You're going to put your military gear into your green duffel bag. Okay? You're going to put everything else in your black duffel bag. So if there's something that they didn't call off, like envelopes or whatever, something that's not contraband, don't fucking sneak contraband in there, but envelopes or stamps or whatever, go ahead and slip it in that green bag. You will get an opportunity to go into your black duffel a couple days later, but if you want to be prepared, go ahead and slip it in that green duffel bag. I didn't. So I was shit out of luck for the first few days until they let us go retrieve our lotion, our stamps, envelopes, notebooks. I was shit out of luck for the first few days. Okay? So that's your first day. Your first 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 days, depending on what day you get there, is going to be pretty fucking high speed. At least it was at my company. And again, I'm a 12 Bravo. It's Combat MOS. Combat MOS is you can go ahead and expect that your initiation process is going to be pretty high speed compared to some other MOSs. But everyone's first day is probably going to be pretty high speed. You're going to be running everywhere. You always run everywhere through your entire time at basic, not just first few days. You are going to have a drill sergeant literally time stamping everything you do, especially for the first few days. They lay off a little bit. They'll give you hit times that you'll have to get. But the first few days, the drill sergeant ran up the stairs with us. He's up there yelling at us as we're going upstairs to put all our shit up. So your first day, you're going to kind of just throw everything in your locker. At your own risk, during your fire guard shift, maybe try to organize some of that shit because you're going to do shower drills. My company did shower drills all through red phase. I've talked to some people, their company only did them the first night or the first 2 nights or whatever. We did them all through red phase, and they will give you an opportunity to completely organize your locker once they teach you how they want you to organize it. There will be a way to hang everything, a way to fold everything. It'll be organized their way. Your whole bedding, your shoe layout, your locker will be organized how the Army wants you to do it. And they'll have a standard for that. And they'll teach you that. But the first few days are going to be pretty fucking hectic. You're going to do shower drills at night. Which I'll touch on real quick. Basically, they're going to say, everyone toe the line. So in the bay, there's going to be this kill zone in the middle of the bay. Everyone's going to toe that line. They're going to stand around a circle. They're going to say, go secure your hygiene kit. You're going to go secure your hygiene kit. They're going to say 30 seconds. You're not going to make it in 30 seconds. You're going to do push-ups. It is what it is. Just be as fast as you can. Don't be an asshole to anyone else. Because people are going to fuck up. They're going to teach you how to hold your hygiene kit a certain way. Go get your towel. They're going to teach you how to hold your towel. Go get your summer PTs. They're going to teach you how you're going to sleep in your summer PTs. They're going to teach you how they want you to hold it. Go get your shower shoes. They're going to teach you how they want you to hold it. Do it right. Do it right. Because they'll come back the next day, and if you don't remember how to hold your shit, they're going to say, you don't know attention to detail. That's too easy. We got to do some push-ups. Okay. In the morning, they're going to do let me finish shower drills. You're going to have a limited time to shower. Go fucking shower. Shower as fast as you can. Wash your hot spots. Don't be a nasty cunt. And then get out, and you're going to do push-ups. Just get prepared. You're going to go to bed sweaty every time you're doing shower drills. So for me, it was all through red phase. So 4 weeks of doing these shower drills. Okay? It is what it is. You're going to go to bed sweaty. You're not going to make the hit times. It is what it is. Eventually, they're going to give you more time for personal hygiene and whatnot. In the morning, they're going to do the inverse. So you're going to go and secure your OCP top, your OCP bottoms. You're going to secure your pair of boots, your tan underwear, your tan t-shirt. Same kind of process. You're not going to make it in time. They're going to make you do push-ups. If you want more information on that, comment. I'll go into it a little deeper. But you're going to be getting smoked all the time. That's just part of it, okay? Real quick, when you get smoked and you're doing laps, it's okay to kind of measle through the laps. You don't have to be the killing yourself on the laps. When you do push-ups or squats or the ab workouts they have you do, try to push yourself. Build a little muscle in basic, get a little fit. The reason I say don't go out on the laps is the boots suck and you're going to get stress fractures. Then you're going to be injured. You're going to be wanting to go on profile. Don't fucking go on profile. Suffer through the injury. Unless you're injured to the point of break, don't go on profile. You're going to miss an event. You're going to get recycled at day one. So don't go on profile unless you're injured. Seriously injured. For any reason, don't go on profile. But everything else, you're not going to get injured doing a fucking push-up unless your shoulders are bad. So just do the push-ups hard, build some muscle. I built in the 5 or whatever weeks that I was there, and I've got more to go. I've already built muscle. I've lost fat. It's good for you. Work out. Push yourself during the push-ups and the ab workouts and whatnot. Everything else, running, if they're having you run laps, it's okay to be in the middle of the pack. Don't be walking, but be in the middle of the pack. That's fine. You're just running a fucking lap. Don't break yourself because the boots are horrible. And I'll show you what boots I bought, and I'll give you a recommendation as well. This video is going to be long. I apologize. It is what it is. All right, so what I did in my notebook, and I'm still going to continue this when I return, is I've got a calendar that I made here for myself, and I've got one in my small notebook as well, and I have a day-by-day in this notebook as well. So we're going to kind of go through it pretty quickly here. So like I said, I shipped off on the 19th as when I arrived at Basic, and I didn't mark down what I did that day because I didn't have my fucking notebook. Sundays, they're going to be church days. So from about 0700 to maybe 1300 is going to be church services. You're probably not going to do shit. Maybe clean the bay if you're not going to church. If you're going to church, don't be sleeping at church. Don't be fucking off. Don't be running away. Okay? They're going to find you. They're going to fuck up everybody for that. Church days are chill. Take advantage of it. Rest, stretch, write letters, talk to your friends, make friends, clean the fucking barracks. If you're not cleaning the barracks, you're going to get fucked up. So clean the barracks if they're dirty. All right, so Monday we did PRT. PRT is your PT, your physical training for the morning. It probably lasts an hour or two, maybe. I don't know. You're going to get up. You're going to do a little stretching routine that they do every day. You'll learn it. Then you're going to do the exercise of the day. You're either going to have a climbing day where you do different pull-up drills. You're going to have a running day where you run either 30, 60s or you run a mile or whatever it is. And then you're going to do, and then if we're not doing that, they're kind of just smoking us out there. They'll be like, all right, go take a lap, come back. And you do the 8-count T, push up, then take another lap. They're just going to smoke you a little bit. The running shoes do suck, but they're better than the boots. All right, so that Monday, so this was, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. We made our hit times for our shower drills at night. So we got put to bed without really getting the fucking dog shit smoked out of us. That Tuesday, we went to the CIIF. That's where you're going to get your knee pads, your rucksack, your assault pack, your TAP system, your ACH, your Kevlar vest, your all that shit you're going to get there. All that shit. Whatever you need, your sleep system, all that shit you're going to get there, okay? It's going to be kind of a long day. We were talking while we were out there because you got 100 and something trainees out there. They're going to be talking. We got the dog shit smoked out of us when we went back to the company, but we hit our hit times that night as well, too, so we got some good sleep. And don't forget, you're going to do fire guard. For us, it was 6 men for the first 2 weeks, and then we went down to 4 men. For second platoon, they're at 8 men because they didn't clean their barracks, so they need more people to help clean, right? All right, Wednesday we did a little mental health test, which is basically like a reaction test, weird computer test shit. It's going to be a long day. You're going to stand out there all fucking day. We did a 2-mile ruck it wasn't a ruck. We did a 2-mile march, kind of to simulate a ruck to see who's a pussy, who can walk 2 miles, basically. I forgot to mention, the first week is technically yellow phase, which you're going to go through brief after brief after brief. You're going to have sharp briefings. You're going to have anti-hazing briefings, anti-racism briefings, all this stuff. It's going to be long. It's going to be boring. You're going to be trying not to fall asleep. Don't fall asleep. Keep some Germ-X on you. Keep your Camelback. Keep sipping water, rubbing Germ-X on your hands. Don't fall asleep. They'll make you stand up. They'll make you do push-ups, whatever. It's going to suck. The first few days are going to suck because you're just going to be doing these fucking briefs all day. It's going to be boring, okay? You'll get through it. After you get through the yellow phase, it's really sick. All right. So finally, after a week of being there, we got told our how our bay should look. So we finally got to organize our gear. We got time to do it. When they give you time to do shit, like organize your ruck, organize your gear, organize your shit. Don't fuck off. Thursday was Thanksgiving. We didn't do shit that day. We got a big dinner. It was really nice. Friday we did a practice AFT, so basically an AFT, but it wasn't counting towards anything. We kind of got to see where we were, the deadlift and all that stuff. If you don't know what the AFT is, you can just go look it up. I'm not gonna really dive into that. You should probably know that. I'm on HBL, so we got our HBL brief. Pretty much didn't do anything the day after Thanksgiving either. Saturday was a long day, but it was a lot of fun. So we did our combatives, which is basically just jiu-jitsu. I've trained jiu-jitsu for 5 years at a 10th Planet School here in Kentucky. I love jiu-jitsu. It's my passion. It's my hobby. I don't golf or anything. I do jiu-jitsu. The shit they teach you is wrong. And I recommend that if you're not in jiu-jitsu already, go join a jiu-jitsu gym. Find a 10th Planet gym near you and fucking train. Jiu-jitsu is the best thing I've ever done in my entire life besides getting married. So we did combatives. It was an all-day thing. The whole day we did combatives. At the end, we did a tournament, if you will. It was 5 males and 3 females from each platoon faced off. I was the last fucking match, and I've trained jiu-jitsu for 5 years, so I was pretty chill about it. I wasn't really too worried. They limit on what techniques you can do, so I'm a big leg lock guy. I didn't do any leg locks. Whatever. So my platoon won. I won my match. I think everyone won except for the first match, so we smoked them. You get a streamer for different events, so we got a streamer for our combatives event since my platoon won. All right. The second Sunday we were there, we went to church. We went to get our haircuts. We went to the troop store. You're allowed to buy Tylenol at the troop store. We weren't allowed to buy cough drops the first time. We were the second time. We weren't allowed to buy hand warmers the first time. We were the second time. Fire guard went down. Drill sergeants, you could tell they kind of eased up on us a little bit starting that day because we were proving ourselves. If you still fuck off and your platoon's a bunch of fuck offs, they're going to treat you like fuck offs the whole time. But our platoon is really squared away. God bless. Monday, it snowed. We went to the classroom. We did land nav test or land nav introductory class. We learned about IEDs. We cleaned the barracks pretty much all day. Cleaned the company, walk around, pick up trash because it snowed. Tuesday, the 2nd of December, we did our team building course, which is, you've seen it on YouTube probably. You go around these different stations and you'll have a group that you're assigned to and another group, and you guys are trying to cross whatever obstacle it is using teamwork and coordination, and you're putting together. It's like a floor's lava game, okay? We learned a little bit about marksmanship, sight picture, how our weapon system operates, stuff like that. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. This part sucks. Be ready for this. It sucks if you're not interested, but if you're a combat MOS, you better be fucking interested. And if you're a non-combat MOS, you probably ought to be interested. It's not as dire to you, but it's first aid. We did first aid day 1, day 2, and day 3 back to back to back. They're long classes. They're probably half or more of the day. The first day was kind of boring because it's about tourniquets mostly, and I've already had a tourniquet class at RSP, so it's kind of just regurgitating the information. But it's good to know, and it's good to know what it feels like with one on. It's good to be able to apply it quickly. It's good to know this shit. First aid's extremely important, and it pissed me off seeing trainees not focus, okay? It's important shit. Okay, so first aid day 1, we did that. In the morning for PRT, we did a run day. We did 30-60s. We did a little rifle class, kind of learning about what white phase is going to be like. That was the night. So we did first aid day 1. You're going to do buddy drags too, which are pretty difficult. So just prepare that. Do the right technique on the buddy drag. It'll help a lot. If you do the wrong technique, it'll be harder. Okay? Prepare for that. Buddy drag is just dragging a casualty across a pit. So that night, we got put to bed at 6:30, and we were like, okay, We're getting hella sleep tonight. 6:30. Nope. They woke us up. I wasn't asleep. Most people weren't. They woke us up at like 7:30 maybe, and they were like, "Who's looking out the fucking window? Everyone, get the fuck out of their bunks! Get the fuck out!" They went crazy. They were tossing shit in the bay. They had us go change our OCPs. We went downstairs, had the dog shit smoked out of us. Low crawl the pit, IMTs. They see me. I'm up. I'm down. It was planned. They're gonna smoke you. Don't get mad. You're gonna get smoked. You're gonna get smoked for shit that no one did. You're gonna smoke for other shit that other people did. Here's a tip. If you consider yourself a leader at all, I'm 27. I'm a little bit older than most of the guys with me. Motivate your battle buddies as much as you can, okay, reasonably. We were going upstairs from that smoke session. Everyone was pissed off, mad, cussing each other out, upset, right? Reasonably so. We just got in bed. Now we're all sweaty again. When I got in there, something hit me, okay? I don't know. Most of the men in my family served, so I look at basic training like I've got it easier than these men, okay? I'm not in real war. These guys were in real war. My grandfather lost his leg in real combat. Something hit me, and I started yelling as we're walking up the stairs. We're on the third floor. I was like, this is what the fuck I signed up for. Let's fucking go. Do you think Russia's asleep at 6 o'clock? You think China's sleeping at 6 o'clock? Fuck no. And that act actually motivated some of my battle buddies. Their motivation spread to other battle buddies. Now we've got this thing where the whole platoon, we just motivate each other. Every time something difficult's in front of us, we're pushing each other. The ruck, we did our hammer. Everyone's pushing each other. Let's go, guys. Let's go. Come on. You got, spread that shit. Be the guy that opens his mouth in the right way and spreads that positivity. Even if you're struggling, it'll help you. They'll turn around and help you when you need it, okay? Be the positive leader that you can be. You join the military. You've got something in you that makes you want to stand out and do the right thing. So do the right thing, okay? It'll go a long way, trust me. Anyways, so we did first day, day 2. I've got it in my notes. I can't even remember what it was. I think that day was one of the first aid's tourniquets. One of the first aid days is your 9-line medevac. One of the first aid days is like your chest seal, like serious casualties, your march, your massive hemorrhage, your airway, your respiratory, circulatory, and head trauma / hypothermia. Okay, so that was Thursday, December 4th. December 5th, we did a 2.5-mile ruck with our actual rucksacks. We packed them up how they taught us to. We rucked for 2.5 miles. Make sure your rucksack's packed correctly. You'll pay for it if you don't. We were issued our rifles. On Saturday, we did a weapons class. We did community service too. Apparently, it was our company's time to do community service, which is basically like we just went out and raked leaves for hours in a field. Sunday, another off day. We did mail call. We finally got to go get our personal shoes out of our bags. We got issued our gas masks. Monday, gas chamber, December 8th. We did our CBurn class. Pretty much an all-day thing, okay? You're going to go do your CBurn class. You're going to learn everything you need to know. Gas chamber, super fun. Don't be nervous. It's kind of cool, honestly. Yeah, we got a little phone time that day too. We got a phone time. They said for your holiday block leave, but I had all my shit planned, so I just got to call my wife for 15 minutes. It was awesome. Tuesday, December 9th, we did the rappel tower. Probably the scariest shit I've ever done in basic training. I'm a little pussy when it comes to heights. It was really cold that day. Rappel tower, I think they say it's 40 feet. You can go watch videos on it. I think it's taller than that. I don't know. Really scary. Kind of an all-day thing. But fun. When you get halfway down, you're kind of like having fun with it. Pay attention what they teach you. It's dangerous, okay? You can fall. There's safety measures put in place, but no one fell. And don't be a pussy going down it. I was a pussy at first, and then, like I said, halfway down, I had fun. I hopped down that bitch. There was a guy, a male and a female, who were like the last people to go, and they were petrified and bunny hopped all the way down. First sergeant or yeah, first sergeant made him go and do it again. So yeah, don't be a pussy. Have fun. If you're not scared of heights, it's actually really sick. I was petrified, but other guys that I knew that aren't scared of heights, they were like, "That was fucking awesome." So have fun. We got some downtime that day. We did a Oh, I'll get to that later. We learned about bounding, alternating and successive bounding, which is like just how you move as a fire team. So you got one fire team here, one here. You're gonna do, one team's gonna move, okay, and then successive bounding is one team's gonna move. They're gonna line up, move, line up. Wednesday, December 10th, we did a comms class. That's the class you see with the radios and shit. That was pretty cool. The instructor was really awesome. So that was cool. He made it fun. Didn't make it boring at all. We watched a video on some like technology that the United States has gotten implemented now. Pretty cool day. Had a lot of fun. Thursday, we did our hammer. That is your 5 mile ruck. You go out and stay in the field for one day, one night, and then you go home. We did battle drills out there. It was really cold. If you're going in the winter cycle, your sleep system will keep you warm. Your drill sergeants have to let you wear a certain layer system that is going to keep you relatively warm. You're never going to be comfortable, but you're going to be warm. You're not going to get frostbite. We woke up from the hammer, came back home, and scheduled tickets for holiday block leave. That took all day. We were in the auditorium at this gymnasium all day. Sucked. Saturday, we phased up. Phasing up is so fun because you're moving up, but you're getting the dog shit smoked out of you. So every drill sergeant was like, all of our drill sergeants smoked us with their favorite exercise, which is the push-up. So they were like, half right, face, the push-up. And you do push-ups, and the drill sergeants are doing it with you. It's really fun. Then you take a lap with your banner, and you're all yelling. You're yelling as you take this lap. You're racing the other platoon. It's really fun, man. It all sucks. Just have fun with the suck. You're with your boys. Or your girls. Have fun, It is what it is. Okay. So, yeah, we phased up. We did I think it's called the ETS or EST, electronic shooting targets, maybe. I can't remember. But it's you've seen it before. It's this screen where you're sitting on your sandbag and you're shooting a weapon that's hooked up. It's to simulate recoil, but it's hooked up to some machine, and it's to help you with your zeroing and grouping. It's pretty fun. Have fun with it. Try. You can learn how to get a good sight picture on your weapon, so it's cool. We did diamond washer drills that day too. Okay, so we phased up. So my platoon did this thing, or my company did this thing where you took a red phase test. It's not a graduation requirement. It's just a study guide, basically. They're going to test you over your first aid, medevac, your 9-line medevac, customs courtesies, rank structure. I was the only person in the company to get every question right on the test. So my platoon made me the PG. Unexpected. I didn't think it was that hard, but a lot of people goofed up on the rank structure. They wanted to know the abbreviations. Study that shit, man. Study that shit. Ask questions. Okay, so I got made PG on the 14th of December. Church, haircut, troop store. Every other week, haircut, troop store. Okay, so this is the week we're going home. So it was really sick. Everyone was in a good mood. Monday, we went to the range. The range sucks because you're out there all day waiting on people who can't shoot, freezing your ass off. Zeroing, grouping, 25 meters, pretty easy. Just try. They're going to teach you, hopefully, if they're good drill sergeants, they're going to teach you your breathing, your sight picture, your trigger squeeze, all this shit, how to set up your sandbags, how to put your firearm in the sandbag and have it steady. Okay? Pay attention to that shit. Shoot good. Shooting is where most people get recycled. We're going back and we're doing our quals when I get back. Hopefully, God willing, I shoot good. I'm not a great shot, but I shot good because I listened to the shit they taught me. I had a good sight picture. I breathed real slow. I took my time. Okay? My platoon did this thing, or my company did this thing, where they vote top 5 worst 5 soldiers. I loved it. It was a legit counseling form. Um, I got voted in the top 5. I was first or second, doesn't matter. Top 5's all the high speed folks who care about what they're training. Bottom 5 are all the fucking losers who don't care about their training. Don't be in the bottom 5. Don't be a fucking loser. Pick up your teammates. Be a good soldier. Okay. Tuesday, like I said, you may get told to go to the dentist because you need a wisdom tooth pulled. You can refuse that treatment. I went to the dentist. I refused the treatment because I would have been on a profile for several days. The doctor was just like, all right, when you get home from basic, go get that fucking wisdom tooth pulled out. It can cause issues with you. And you're in a non-deployable status. You want to get deployed. You sign up for the military. If you're non-deployable status for too long, you get kicked out. Okay. Wednesday, 17th of December, day before we're going home. Cleaned our weapons all day. Got smoked all day. We did some land nav out at night. One of my drill sergeants from my platoon went over and above and beyond and took us outside and did land nav so that second platoon can fail and third platoon can pass because we're the best. Then went home for holiday block leave. So that's pretty much it from my experience of basic training. I know there's some stuff I didn't touch on probably that I'm going to regret, but feel free to ask me any questions you have in the comments. I'd love to be of any help that I can. I'll make another video very similar to this when I get done with AIT and OSIT, and I'll tell you just everything I can about basic training as a whole. This video is going to be titled Reception. I wanted reception to kind of be the highlight of the video. Let's just recap real quick. Reception is going to blow, okay? It's going to suck. It's going to be the worst time of basic training. Could be 3 days. Probably going to be 5. Could be 9, like me. It's going to suck. Don't get held over. Wear tennis shoes, running tennis shoes in particular. Try to get black ones or a neutral color. Study the blue book. It's going to pay off. Learn your Army song. Learn your Soldier's Creed. General orders. Make friends. And just try to be as mentally healthy as you can. Prepare yourself for what you're getting into. Finances prepared. Your home life prepared. Put your bills on auto pay. Have your wife or your spouse or your husband, whatever, your mom, your dad, help prepare that stuff. Have copies of your paperwork. Be ready to go. Okay? Basic training is what you make it. Me and all my platoon, man, we've got a group chat. We love each other. Most of us cannot wait to get back at it with each other. It's kind of fun. It sucks in a lot of ways, but it's fun. Get ready to eat MREs. Get ready to not eat candy. Get ready to drink water all the time, Gatorade, whatever. Be ready for it. Try to be fit mentally, emotionally, and physically before you go. If you're looking at enlisting right now, go ahead and prepare yourself. If you've already enlisted and you ship out in a month, 2 months, whatever, prepare yourself. Don't kill yourself. Okay? You're gonna be sore a lot at basic training. You don't get a lot of recovery time. Your sleep gets interrupted with fire guard all the time. Push yourself, but don't kill yourself, especially with the running. You're gonna get stress fractures, most likely, in your legs if you push yourself too hard. So I got guys in my platoon who are 18. They don't have any pain with the boots. Me personally could not handle these boots, and I do have stress fractures in my legs. I didn't go to the doctor, self-diagnosed, so I may just be sore. I don't know, but it's a pain. I played college soccer. I thought I was really fit. The pain I have in my legs I've never felt before. It's unique. So I got blessed. I spent holiday block leave resting. You may not get that opportunity, so take care of yourself while you're there. Drink milk in the DFAC. They may give you night bars, which are just calcium-filled bars. Eat those, okay? And then real quick before I let you go, I'm just going to show you these boots that I got, okay? So when you're on base and you don't get holiday block leave, you may be forced to buy the boots from either a boot store or the PX or whatever. Again, I was blessed, and I'm able to buy these boots while I'm on holiday block leave, so I got to pick my own and whatnot. So the first pair of boots that I got, and again, it's all personal preference. These I was recommended to by a buddy of mine who's active duty. These are the Under Armour Charge Loadouts. These are extremely light boots, okay? Um, there's the tread. Nothing special. These are mostly for when I'm just everyday use, okay? They're really light. They're cushioned right here on the ankle, on the inside. They're nice. Um, these are going to help me with running because the boots they issue suck really bad, okay? So those are just everyday wear boots. I went ahead and bought a pair of the Rocky S2Vs. They're really expensive, so if you can't afford them, that's fine. Try to get a pair of boots for rucking and in the field that are a little bit more sturdy, and then try to get a pair of boots for your garrison use for running everyday wear. These boots are quite a bit heavier. They've got the same more ankle support. They're sturdier. And as you can see, they've got this tread that goes around the outside, so it's good for being in the field and in bad environments. So this was my choice. These were also recommended to me by one of my buddies who's a Marine. He recommended me these. Here's the tread on them. You can see these are made for your outdoor use. So do your research. Don't bring boots with you. You're gonna wear the military issue boots. Either buy them at the boot store if they let you go, or buy them at the PX if they let you. Don't bring boots with you. Just wear what they give you. They do suck. They'll get a little better. If you need to, wear 2 pairs of socks. Double up on the socks. That'll help a little bit. If you're able to buy socks from the PX, buy the upgraded ones. They'll help you out a little bit. They're a little nicer. When you get blisters, your blisters are from your socks, not your boots. Okay? When you wear those socks, yank those motherfuckers up. Make sure they're real snug on your foot. I've never had blisters a day in my life until I went to basic and we did our ruck and I got blisters. So, okay, I'm going to go ahead and end the video here. I appreciate you for listening to me yap for an hour and 12 minutes. If you do have any questions or whatever, if I miss anything, let me know. I'll reply to every comment I get until I go back. So you got a few days. And when I get done with AIT and whatnot, OSIT, I'm going to make another video and I'll go deep into everything. May even put some pictures in there for you guys. So God bless you all. Thank you. If you're enlisting, good luck. Thank you for your service. And if you've already enlisted, tear it up. Be the best soldier you can be, and make your family proud. Okay? Have a good one, everybody. Bye.